Hey everybody, today we are going to work with this jelly plate, and it is very wobbly, but you pretty much just set it down. And it is very wobbly, but you pretty much just set it down here, and you'll be pulling it out of this container. It opens like this. You'll put it back in there when you're done. Alright, so we're going to be printing. And printing with this paper, you're pretty much going to get a mono print. And with that mono print, you're going to get one print. Sometimes if there's a little left, you get a ghost print. We'll see if we can get that possibly. And then we're going to overlap on that print and do another. Mono means one. Alright, so the first step, pick two colors if you would like. One color, two color, but don't put a whole lot. So I'm going to put one drop and two drop. Think about your colors that maybe contrast. They look nice together. I'm thinking about doing this one next. I like the blue and pink. I like to mix colors and blend. It looks nice. I kind of don't put them exactly in the same spot, just different little areas. It's important not to do too much and not too little. If you do too much, you lose your texture in your print. You'll see in a minute. If you do too little, it gets dry too fast. So I like to move it around, not just go up and down. I kind of like to just pick it up where I'm not over drying anything. I try to get all the spots as much as I can. I think that's pretty good. Alright, that's nicely covered. So you have extra paint on here. You'll have a piece of paper like this that you're just going to roll it off on. I'm going to do that really quickly off camera. You hear that? And it just kind of turns out like this. This is where you just roll it and dry it. Now it's ready for when we do the next colors in a little bit. But this paper we save and use it for collages. So it's nice painted paper with lots of textures and colors. Alright, so we have this. We want to move fast so it's not drying. You rather, for the one we're doing, I think texture first is the best choice. Not scraping it yet, not too many stencils. Just putting some texture. So this, I have some bubble wrap. You can place this on that paper to dry it off. I'm going to use some old texture plates. Print that texture. You can even take away with a stamp if you'd like. I don't want to overdo it. So now I'm ready to print this. So all you have to do, put your paper on top. And there's several ways that this can be done, but this is the way we're going to do this. Instead of rolling something, I'm just going to press my hand. And I'm rubbing very hard. And I like to make sure I get the edges. A lot of times you guys can forget to get the edges, and it's very important to get those. So I'm just going to rub it. And let's see what we got. Pick it up by the corner. Alright, that turned out really nice. I like it. Alright, so you see the texture. You see areas that still have paint because I didn't use texture everywhere. I use it in some spaces, so it created that cool look. Alright, so I'm going to set that to the side for right now. Right here, there's just a few little drops, so that's okay. You don't have to clean it yet because it's not that much, and it ends up being nice with the mixture if it mixes with your next colors. Okay, I'm going to try a few colors that are a bit different. So a darker purple. I did lighter pink and blue at first. Now I'm going to try this darker purple and see what happens with some yellow. Now this one is going to be the second layer. We did the first layer. We're going to use the same paper. And the next step, remember, after putting your drops of each color, you take this sprayer. This is a brayer. It rolls on the paint. And I'm lifting it up. I'm not just playing and rolling. I like to change the colors up and move them around. See, and it covers nicely those spots you had. All right, so take this, dry it off, back on this. You hear me rolling it. Don't see it, it's off camera a little bit, but anyway, it keeps looking nicer and nicer. So this will be paper for the collage center after you're done. All right, so we have this. Like I said, we want to work kind of fast so that it doesn't dry. So now we can use some stencils. We can use some scrapers. So there's a variety of stencils that we have, different scrapers. If you want to use stamps or texture even, it's fine. I'm going to put a little texture. Then I'm going to do some scraping, because since we're overlapping this and putting it on here, I want to make sure there will be some spots that you can still see the old print, the first print, not the old print, the first print. So let's see, I scraped away. Now I'm going to leave a stencil on. The stencil is going to block out this paint so you can still see some of the color on your original print. So I'm going to put this here. Maybe have a bit of this tree one at an angle, and it's okay for it to come off. So I think I'm pretty much done. I did a little scraping, a bit of texture, not too much, since I'm covering up a lot of the colors. So now try to line it back up as best you can. I'll go look at these little areas and match it back up. And I will lay it on as best I can. Okay. So now it gets a little trickier with these. You try to press into your stencils very good so that the color goes through. So you're just going to rub it, and hopefully it turns out well. It's pretty forgiving. They always look interesting no matter what. So let's see. I'm going to rub a little more. Take your time and push through all these branches that are there. All right, so let's see what we got. I'll do like a final pressure rub, and here we go. Let's see. Ooh, okay. All right, so there we go. Came out cool. You see some of the spots came through. Probably need to press a little harder, but it still shows some of our first print. And then you see the overlapping and the texture from our second print. So now you have a beautiful print created with a jelly plate. So when you're done, you'll peel these off, peel this off. If it's just a little bit, you can get a little bit of this ghost print and take your paper that you've been drying everything on, not your print, but what you've been drying your brayer on, as well as the bubble wrap and other things, scraping the paint off the scraper on. This makes the paper even more nice. So look, more interesting designs. So what's left, just have a wipey ready to go. And see how easily it comes off. So you're cleaning it up for the next person, okay? So you can write 1 of 1 and put your name in the corner. Alrighty, have fun.